Welcome to Love by Design, the podcast for high-achieving women who are ready to stop performing for love and start building it from truth, from alignment. Because you don't attract what you want, you attract what you be. Let's begin. Hello and welcome back to Love by Design. This is Joan. Today I want to talk about our favorite topic besides dating and relationships, which is AI. AI is inside every aspect of your life, including your dating and relationship life. Whether you know it or not, it is here. A lot of the dating apps are using AI algorithm to decide who you see and who sees you. So when you get messages from people, when you're scrolling through their profiles, a lot of it could just be ChatGPT presenting this person as the most amazing thing, sending that very thoughtful message that gives you butterflies in your belly and makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. Could have all been AI. Matchmakers are putting clients' profiles into AI to determine who it believes is a better fit. So you might meet somebody online or an introduction and it's all well and good, or you're texting and the messages are just flowing, and then you meet in person. And that's where the problem begins, because where does AI start and stop, and where does the real human show up? So today I want to talk about AI and conscious dating, not to scare you, no, but to sharpen you. So like I already mentioned, AI is already happening. It's in there. It's recommended the messages that you send. It's telling you the type of conversations that you should have. It is optimizing for your continued engagement on the app, period. It is not, like I mentioned last week, it is not for your alignment with another person. People are using AI to craft amazing opening messages that might sound curious, exciting, specific, very thoughtful. And you're thinking, oh my God. And women might be using it to create amazing profiles that really sound very feminine and very compelling and warm. That could not be her at all. And so the AI companion apps, especially the newer ones that are coming up, they are there to stimulate emotional connection. And they are growing so fast because people are dependent on them to be able to have a conversation. This is the reality of the land that we're living in. AI is optimizing the performance of dating. It is doing absolutely nothing for the substance of it. And for a conscious person, you need to know the difference. And I tell you from a personal experience, so a friend of mine who owns a dating app, I said, oh, let me try it out. And I'm using this app and I'm seeing all the prompts that the AI is giving me. Ask him about this, tell him about this, tell him how wonderful. I'm like, but that's not how I speak. That's not who I am. So it is getting worse by the day, where thinking is switched off. And now we're so reliant on AI. So I'm answering whatever prompts AI is giving me. And then the person is also answering whatever prompts AI is giving him. And then what happens? We meet in real life and what? We can't even hold a conversation because we're not going to pull out our phones and start typing into ChatGPT to guide us on the date. So this is why I really, really want to talk about it today, so that you are aware of what is going on and how you can protect yourself from jumping back into this performative way of living. So the AI profiles, this is one of the things that you see everywhere now. Most profiles are written using AI. So it sounds smooth, it hits the right notes, it sounds so warm, very specific, very interesting, right? It is also designed for maximum attraction and attention. Nothing to do with authenticity. So it's put your best foot out there, show up as the most eligible person to be able to attract the most amount of attraction, amount of swipes, right swipes. And this isn't something entirely new, because people have always performed on the apps, but AI has made that performance more polished and way harder to detect. Profiles in today's world of AI rating profiles matter way less than they used to. Now behavior is what matters the most. So the assessment is no longer, oh, what text messages you're exchanging, because that could all be AI. But now the goal is to meet in person or jump on a phone call or a video call so that you can start to assess the behavior of the real person and not some AI perfectly curated messaging. And that's where you need to do the real discernment work so that you don't start getting carried away with the messages you're seeing on the dating apps or the text messages that you're receiving and responding to. When you transition from the apps to the phone calls and the in-person, then you can start to really, really see, okay, so those things that the person sent to the messages, am I really seeing that in person? The question that he sent to me that showed that he was listening, is he actually listening? The way he was following up, because the app will say follow up with this and do that. In person now or on a phone call, is he actually following up the way he used to do? So now you can start paying attention to the masks, the performance that was going on when there is no prompt to tell him or her what to do next. So a real-time phone call can never be AI assisted unless the person's a genius and they're able to, I don't know how they do. Maybe they have the AI on and they're talking and I don't know what methods people can go to today. But for a lot of people, they're not able to do it at the same time. So the conversation, you will get a better feel of the person as you talk to them. All that polished responses that you were getting, you will get to experience it and know whether it was true or just some AI telling them what to do. So let's talk about AI companion apps. So apps designed to stimulate emotional connection, to feel like someone is there. So a lot of women are using it to process loneliness, to practice vulnerability, to explore what they want. And I understand it. I get the appeal. But connection without risk of rejection. Presence without unpredictability of a real person. Here's what I want you to sit with. Practicing intimacy with something that cannot reject you does not build the capacity for intimacy with someone who can. It's like people who get pets. They love their pets so unconditionally because their pets cannot reject them. Their pets cannot say, you're being a whatever today. Your pets cannot say, I don't appreciate the way you spoke to me. Your pet doesn't set boundaries. Your pet is always there. Real intimacy cannot hold in a one-way relationship where it's just one thing you're communicating with an AI tool or app and thinking that you're understanding what real intimacy and vulnerability is. It is not the same. There has to be risk. Real intimacy requires real risk. It requires the willingness to be seen before you know how someone will respond. So just like we're preparing for a job interview, AI tools can feel like they're helping you prepare. They can help you prepare, but they can very quickly become a substitute. And the thing about substitutes is no matter how sophisticated they are, they cannot give you what you're actually looking for. So you might think that I'm open, I'm receptive, I'm vulnerable because you're chatting with your ChatGPT bestie and it's telling you that, oh my God, you're so amazing. But until you test it out in the real world with a real human in a setting that has a lot of risks, you don't really know if you're there. So let me just say this, AI is not the enemy. I use AI too as well. But for it to work, you have to use it consciously. So when you're writing your profile, make sure you write a first draft. You kind of know how you want to position and present yourself because AI doesn't really know you. It knows the version of you that it's been chatting with and it wants to be your friend. So write the first draft and then use AI to help you rewrite, but it has to be in your actual voice. You can use it to generate some questions once you're understanding yourself, especially if you know your love gates. You can start to use it to generate some questions that you might want to ask during the dates. But it still has to be in your own voice. It still has to be a reflection of who you are. So AI can help you with some of these things. It can assess some of the patterns that it's seeing when you go on dates, but it does not. It cannot replace discernment. The distinction is AI can be your thinking tool. You can use it to sharpen your discernment, but you cannot outsource your discernment to it. You cannot ask it, should I go on a second date with this person? Because AI just is not able to do that for you. We still need to own that if you want to date consciously. So no matter what algorithm that's going on out there, your body is still the best way to know if something is right or wrong for you. So start trusting your gut feeling way more now because the mind will confuse you. The mind just looks at what is familiar, patterns, condition, and all of that, and it gets it wrong most of the time. So pay attention to your body. Listen to what your body is telling you. Even when you're texting back and forth, if you can try to listen to your body, you might know if it's some AI-generated performative messaging. But the best way is usually on a phone call, video call, or meeting in person. Trust your body. Take pauses. If something seems too good to be true and he's saying all the right things, pause. Instead, give yourself a little bit of a breather so you can know, is this really a human being? And then quickly just get on a call or meet in person. Know your love gate so that you know how you're wired and designed for love, because that will make it easier for you to be able to discern people who are in alignment with you or not. No algorithm can account for your energetic design. So here's the final thing I want to say about AI. AI in the dating industry is really, really revealing that people want connection without friction, that people want intimacy without risk. I just want to meet the right person. Sounds perfect. The real discomfort is real dating. Being seen before you know how the person is going to respond, not knowing if the person is going to choose you, if they're going to reject you, not wanting to sit with the uncertainty while waiting for it to unfold and for something real to develop. People now want more and more. I want to know that this is the person for me with zero risk. I don't want to risk getting hurt. It doesn't work that way, because that discomfort is not a problem to be solved with better technology. It's a threshold. It is the crossing point between performance and being present, between optimized performative dating and conscious dating. So AI can remove a lot of things from the experience, but it cannot remove the requirement for you to actually show up, get into the arena, and start meeting and talking to real human beings. That is where you can discern, you can make better choices, and you can stop repeating the same mistakes over and over again. Thank you for joining me on today's episode. And if it stirred something in you, trust that. Alignment isn't a concept, it is a calling. And if you're feeling the nudge to take this work deeper, then I want you to go ahead and book your Aligned Love Assessment, where we map your patterns, reveal what's keeping you stuck, and explore your journey to aligned love. You can book your session at joannwosu.com. Until next time, remember, you're not here to earn love, you're here to embody it. So keep dating by design, not by default. See you next week.